Welcome back to lesson 9 of The Wind in the Willows. We're continuing on with Toad's adventures. This is part 1. And let's talk about the themes we've heard so far in The Wind in the Willows. Friendship and loyalty, responsibility, irresponsibility, and hospitality. Those are the 4 themes that keep popping up over and over in our chapters. In previous lessons, we learned more about irresponsibility. Which word is an antonym or opposite of the word irresponsibility? And if you remember back to one of our Google Meets, the prefix ir, I-R, means not. The antonym is responsibility. Very good. So if you're not irresponsible, you are responsible. That's the opposite of irresponsibility. Do you think Toad is responsible or irresponsible? I think we talked a lot about Toad being irresponsible in his choices. Where were we in the story at the end of the last read aloud? Think back. I'm remembering that Toad escaped from prison with the help of the jailer's daughter, and he was disguised as a washerwoman. And he got on a train. He got his way onto a train even though he didn't have money with him. And his train was being pursued from, I would assume, the police. And he ended up in the wood by himself. Do you remember what a disguise is? That's when somebody dresses up as something else. For example, on Halloween, a lot of people dress up in a costume, and kids like to go out to trick or treat. Can you think of any characters in stories you've heard who have worn disguises to trick others in order to accomplish something? I can think of one. The big bad wolf in the Little Red Riding Hood dressed up as the grandmother. What do you think of Toad's disguise? Do you think it's helpful or harmful to Toad and to others? Toad has fooled many people disguised as a washerwoman. Do you think he will continue to fool people? Do you think he will gain a sense of any kind of responsibility, or will he continue to be irresponsible? Listen to the read aloud to find out if your predictions are correct. But before you go and listen to the read aloud, in the discussion, I want you to respond to the questions.